So, if you're coming here to Brazil, you cannot leave this country before going into these 10 places I will recommend to you. Okay, I'm a native, lived here over the last 36 years only, and I've been to many places here in Brazil during my life. And these 10 spots here for me were the best, okay? So to have the best experience as possible, stay with me until the end of this video that I'm sure it will worth it, okay? I really dedicated a time to do this list and it's very good, okay? There are hidden gems here. Before going straight to this list, I'd like to tell you that Brazil is a huge country, okay? It's almost a continent of distance, okay? And flights here are not cheap, okay? Many things here are expensive and flights are one of them, okay? So you have to see your conditions, see in your budget if you have money to go from north to the south, okay, whatever. But let's start my list with my state that I live here, okay? I live in the state of Ceará, that is in the northeast of Brazil, okay? In this region we have hot beaches, okay? And specifically in my state here, Ceará, we have the most beautiful beaches in Brazil, okay? The state here attracts many tourists from all over the world because of the location. Is the closer point to Europe, to United States, in Brazil is here, Ceará, okay? So, and we have beautiful beaches here. So if you are coming from Europe, from United States, you can go first for Ceará to know our beaches here. And when you go to the beach, you can go to the south, the southeast, to São Paulo, to Rio de Janeiro. But you can have your first stop here in Ceará. I really recommend. To know these 3 points I will recommend here. The first one is not very well known, okay? It's a kind of hidden gem, okay? Here is an underrated beach, but very paradisiac, very native, okay? I go there since I was a child, so I have affection for this beach that I will show you here. That is Paracuru, is the number one, okay? So it's really beautiful, okay, as I said, really beautiful, really native. There is a lot of options to do there, like parties at night, like good restaurants, central square that you can go. There are sand dunes, okay, you can do go in the sand dunes. There are some lakes in the sand dunes too, okay? So there is surfing, okay? It's one of the best beaches for surfing. We have world championships there, okay? Not the main championships, but a lot of champions there, okay? So it's in my vision, it's complete. It's a complete beach. Everything a beach can provide, you will find there, okay? The second place is the most touristic beach, one of the most touristic beaches in Brazil, and really I think it's worth the visiting, okay? Because it's very different from everything you see. That is Jericoacoara, the number 2, okay? And Jericoacoara is made for tourists, okay? You see plenty of options to travel there, to trips. There are lakes, there are dunes, and the city has not asphalt, okay? The cars are not allowed inside the main city, okay? So that makes the experience be very different. It's kind of very native. And by night you have plenty of parties in the beach, okay? In restaurants you have plenty of restaurants, since the more cheap until the more expensive ones, okay? To get there you cannot get there. Yes, you can, okay, but it's a little bit more difficult. But You can try rent a car and get there, but it's a little bit difficult to get there because you go in the sand dunes, and I would recommend you go by bus or just go with a touristic agents, something like this, okay? So I really recommend you staying at least 2 days in Jericoacoara, okay? The third point, it's very underrated too, and it's very hidden gem, let me say like this. It's a very native place. You doesn't have, let me say, population there. You only have luxury hotels for tourists, and it's very native. It's kind of have not been discovered yet. It's Ilha do Guajiru. Okay, I've been there in the New Year's, I think some kind of 5 years ago, something like this. But it was one of my best experience here in Brazil. Because you have high quality hotels there, and the hotels we stayed there was very good, with a lot of good plates there, and the beach itself is very beautiful and very native, okay? You don't have asphalt, you only have sand, and it's very different. It's a very different experience, okay? I really recommend you to go there. Okay, now let's go straight to the southeast region of Brazil. Let's go to Rio de Janeiro. Okay, Rio de Janeiro, I've been there. My parents are from there, okay? My father is from there, and I've been there one time, okay, only. But I stayed like 20 days there, and I went from the east to the west. I discovered all the city, the south region, the north, okay? And for everything I saw, there are 2 points I would like to recommend that are very key. Okay, you cannot leave there before going there. The first one, the 4th point in my list, is Pão de Açúcar. Okay, Pão de Açúcar is that main mountain you see in all pictures. You go about Brazil. It's very beautiful. You go there. There are kinds of trains that go above. I don't know how to say this in English, but we call here bondinho, okay? And you can just fly by there and see there is a panoramic view from the place. Okay, very beautiful. Okay, and the 5th point on my list, the second I'd like to recommend if you go to Rio, is obviously Christ. Is that Jesus with the hands opened like this, the arms open like this, okay, and you can have a good view, very panoramic, 360 degrees wide view from Rio de Janeiro city. But I like to give you some advice here. First of all, it's good to see the climate before going there, because sometimes it could be rain, it could be cloudy, and you cannot have a good experience. You cannot see nothing from there if it's cloudy, if it's rainy. So go when you doesn't have clouds, let me say like this, okay? You will have a better experience, okay? And go there early, get there early, okay? Like early in the morning, because there is a time you take to go and ride until the top, okay? And if you go there by night, maybe you don't have a good view from the top, okay? But you must go there, okay? It's the main point in Rio de Janeiro. Now let's go to one of my favorite cities in Brazil, that is São Paulo, at the southeast region. Obviously the hugest city in Latin America, the main capital in Latin America. And São Paulo is really a nice city with plenty of options to do, okay? Plenty of restaurants, everything you can imagine you will find there. But these points, I've been there twice, by the way, okay? I really like it. And my main favorite points there is number 6, Avenida Paulista. That is the main avenue there. And you have plenty of museums there, plenty of parks, plenty of shopping centers there. and all kinds of food and culinary, everything you will find there in Avenida Paulista. Okay, if you go there at the week, the normal day, you'll see a lot of cars. Okay, maybe it's not so good if you go at Sunday. At Sunday, that street is closed, the avenue is closed for people walk by. So you see a lot of people walking by, you see no cars, and you can just take a time there more calmly. But I'm not sure if the museums are opened at the Sundays. Okay, you have to check this. But it's an incredible place. Okay, incredible place. You see a lot of things happening there. Really worth the visit. And you see a lot of parks there too. The seventh of my list, seventh point, is Ibirapuera's Park. Ibirapuera's Park is the main park in São Paulo. Okay, it's a very huge park. I've been there and it's absolutely amazing. Okay, very beautiful. If you like nature, you can walk there. You can go by bicycle inside there and just going around the park forever, because it's very huge and it's amazing experience. Okay, now let's go straight backward to the northeast region. Okay, I will show you two cities here. The first one is the 8th point, is Recife. Is the capital. Recife is the capital of Pernambuco state. Okay, and the city by itself is not so beautiful. Okay, there's nothing new related in comparison here to Fortaleza, let me say. But there is one region in Recife that is very beautiful. That is the Old Recife. Okay, we call Recife Antigo. Okay, the old part. Okay, there are very old buildings. Is kind very similar to Venice in Italy, because there is a river there, and you can go in a trip there by night. Okay, I really recommend this trip. Is this boat trip in the river, okay, of the old Recife Antigo. Okay, it's unforgettable. Okay, it's very amazing experience. You can go there by night and it's very beautiful. There is this guy playing at night. Okay, it's very romantic to go with the couple. Okay, and I really recommend you going at Recife Antigo by day, and at night going in the river in this trip. You can ask for it in your tourist agency or in your hotel. They will very easy to find, because it's a lot of people look for this trip. In the Northeast, another city that I would like to recommend you visit is João Pessoa. Okay, the capital of Paraíba state is very near to Recife, to Pernambuco. Okay, João Pessoa is one of the most developed capitals in the Northeast. Okay, it's not a huge metropolis, so it makes the city be a little bit safer than the others. Okay, it's relatively safe. It's a place that you can think about living there, maybe, because it's a very organized city. The prices are not so high. Okay, the crimes are not so high as the other capitals in the Northeast. You have good beach there. You have nice people there, very polite. People there is really amazing. Okay, I really like, very polite. The service there are good. Okay, the prices are good. Okay, so it's the perfect spot to live, I think, in Northeast, João Pessoa. Okay, really recommend. And to close this list, one of the best places in Brazil, very underrated too. Okay, that really I was really surprised going there and see how amazing this place is. Foz do Iguaçu. Okay, it is in the south of Brazil, in Paraná state. In Foz do Iguaçu, you have the opportunity of knowing two other countries that are frontier, that is Argentina and Paraguay. Okay, you can go at night. You just cross the frontier in a bridge. You go to Paraguay. In Paraguay, have cheap products, the best brands in the world, but very cheap because Paraguay doesn't charge for like import tax. Okay, and Argentina, you can cross the frontier and go to the Tango at night. You have casino. We've been there in this casino, Tango, let me say like this. There is a restaurant inside, very nice experience. And in the city, Foz do Iguaçu, you find a lot of attractions for tourists, including some parks, thematic parks, and mainly the Cataratas do Iguaçu. That is one of the biggest rainfalls in the world. Okay, and you have the electric generation plant there too. That is Itaipu. You can have a tour and walk by there, and it's very they tell about the history of the place and go with you and show all the region. Okay, so I love it to record this video about my country. It's very beautiful. Okay, obviously there are plenty of more places to go, but these 10 are not so let me say the most. There are some underrated hidden gems here that I think you will like a lot. Thank you. Don't forget to clap the like button, subscribe the channel to motivate me, and that's it. See you.